real quick, I wanted to talk about a certain personality characteristic that you can notice in people that's really been kind of on my mind lately. I guess I'll call it ride or die. Basically someone that not devotes their entire life to you, that's not necessary for this, but someone that, whether it be a friend or, someone that you're attracted to, that's more than a friend, the same quality exists. And it's someone that appreciates you as, for whatever friendship or whatever it is, whatever you mean to them, and they basically have a spot for you in their heart. And what that means is this person will, basically they understand. It's more of an understanding. People understand that, you are their friend and you will do, pretty much anything for them. And, there is something to be said, like, yeah, if you backstab them or something, they're not going to just keel over. I mean, some people might, but, any self-respecting person, if you do something worse, something pretty bad to them, they're going to stop being your friend. But for the most part, ride or die people, they have your best interest in mind. They don't care what you have, they care about you and your personality. Like, they like you as a person, and nothing else matters. They'll do whatever they can to help you. If you say something or do something to them that pisses them off, they'll ask you first. That'll be their first instinct is, well, I need to, hear it from the horse's mouth, or whatever you want to call it. Some other kinds of friends or people in general, they're just quick to cut you off. And I want to give you a little anecdote from my life. So this kind of ride or die attitude, it's something that I've noticed. You kind of see it in film and movies with certain kinds of people. You might see it in your own life. I think it's rare to find, your mom, your dad, family is kind of automatically in this category. But yeah, I think I myself kind of have this way, with certain people in my life, and I've noticed a lot of people don't seem to have it. But a little anecdote, so I had people in my life who I considered pretty good friends, and usually when I have become friends with someone, I'm open to being ride or die for them, and I think that's just because truly I'm a compassionate person. And basically something happened, kind of a fuck up on my part, a mishap, and something happened where something I said was brought up to a friend of mine. And, it was an accident. I didn't mean it, but I would have thought that, that friend who had been my friend for years and who I was considering, kind of ride or die for that person, at least, getting there. And I thought, okay, well, maybe they have the same thing, because we kind of want to assume that people like us as much as we like them sometimes, which isn't always the case. But anyways, this person just heard something from a middle person, basically, and just came up to me and just said, you're done, basically, like, fuck you, you're done. And obviously I was upset at first, but it's been so long now that I can look back kind of objectively and say, well, man, if we were friends for so long, and if you had anywhere near the respect and, respect of the friendship that I had, I would have thought my first instinct, or your first instinct, would have been, let's ask this person, did he actually say what I heard he said? But no, I mean, just see ya. And I'm okay with it. It is what it is. Like I said, I was distraught about it before. I've gotten over it. Obviously, you lose friends as you get older. It happens. But that's kind of the point of the video that I wanted to make today. Is I think more people should strive to be ride or die. And I mean, maybe this is all just some people don't want to be it for certain people, but I think there's something to be said about being this way to more people in your life, because you never know who's out there, who they have a front that you think, oh, this person doesn't need friends, or this person probably has tons of friends that they like, but they might not actually have a lot of people in your life. I mean, that's something that I've learned. A lot of people, especially with social media these days, oh my God, people portray that they have this, that, and the other. And a lot of it is cap. A lot of it is just BS, and you wouldn't know unless you actually talk to them and see behind the mask. But it's crazy. Another person it was the opposite way. So I wasn't as ride or die for this person as they were for me. And like I said, I'll be the first to admit I made a lot of mistakes in my life, and that's how you learn. But I kind of didn't value this person. I wasn't able to recognize the value in this person's value of me. I kind of took it for granted, and I gave it up. I said I don't need the I just didn't care enough, I guess, and that person left my life. And it wasn't until several years later that I had met all these shitty people and met so many people not like that I could really stand back after so many years after having thought about it for a while and say, wow, that person was really actually a good person and an amazing person who had the same attitude that I had towards them, but I didn't know it at the time. And that really sucks. I mean, I'm not here to wallow in sadness and cry about it. Like I said, I'm over it already, and shit happens. That's part of life. And I know the next time I see that in someone, I can value it. So it's actually kind of a good thing, because now the next time I'll be way more prepared. But anyways, the point of this video, just to keep it short, is I think, one, be able to recognize when people are ride or die. That's a good thing to be able to recognize in someone, whether it's a friend or boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. And then also just try to be like that to more people. I think the world would be a lot better place if we weren't so cut off to having a bigger circle and having more people that we connect really well with in life. I think that those are two things we can all implement in our life.